What up, folks? Bring you another one now. This one is called Don't Be a Product of Your Environment. Now, I know most of us, well, a lot of us in the world, we all grew up in the struggle. Grew up in the hood, the trenches. If you're from a third world country, you know how that is. But you get easily influenced because you don't have a lot of positive shit in there in your life. You don't see a lot of positive shit going on. And if you do see some positive shit, that motherfucker getting clowned on, like, oh, you weak, you whack, you ain't getting no bitches, you ain't getting no money, and none of that shit. So you hear that shit, you're gonna be like, damn, man, I don't want to be like that. If I'm like that, I ain't gonna get no bitches, I ain't gonna get no money. You see the D-boy down the street, he getting all the bitches and all the money, got a nice car, jewelry, and all that fuck shit. Nah, man, fuck that shit. Be that square, that lame. You don't need to do all that fuckery to get no bitches, cause this motherfuckers that fucking don't do half the shit a lot of us do, and they still getting bitches. There's motherfuckers fucking get lucky and get a bomb ass job, and they get up out the trenches or the hood. This motherfucker, it's just a lot of shit that happens that you don't have to follow the fuckery in the neighborhood. And I just want to say you gotta keep positive out here, man. Keep only positive people around you until you have a strong mindset. Like I always talk about, you need a strong mindset because when you have a weak mindset, anything will easily influence you. And when you have a weak mindset and you live in the hood and you see that shit and you see how fucking glamorous it looks and how much people glamorize that motherfucker, you're gonna want to be that guy eventually. So you're gonna fall down the same path. Even though that guy's telling you, that, look, bro, all this glamorous shit you see, you don't know the type of shit I went through to get here. You don't know how many motherfuckers was trying to shoot after my ass. Motherfuckers ran up, stabbed me. I've been shot this amount of time. Yeah, it looks good from a distance, but you do not know the shit I went through. That's why a lot of people get jealous of people's relationship. But what motherfuckers are forgetting out here, these motherfuckers been through 20 plus years. You don't know what kind of fuck shit they've been through. And that's the same shit about in the hood. You see the D-boy and you don't know the type of fuck shit he been through. So why would you want to go down that fuck shit when he's telling you not to do that? You don't want to be a product of your environment. You want to fucking have a different mindset out here, man. You want to have a strong mindset. You don't want to be easily persuaded or gullible to some sweet, charming words. Nah, man. You don't need that fuckery, man. Think for yourself. Be a leader. And the crazy thing is, if a lot of people haven't really noticed, like, a lot of people nowadays are sheep. There's not a lot of fucking, was it Abraham that led the sheep? It's not a lot of leaders out here. Like, here's for an example. Like, you know when you're driving and you got like, let's say you're at a 4-lane highway, and you're like, how the fuck is 1, 2, 3 lanes, everybody just behind one another, is following the lead, and you got the 4th lane completely empty? You're like, why motherfucker want to be right behind a motherfucker and have all this fucking congestion? Instead, you have a free open lane, you can just fly down in. Because motherfuckers don't know how to take charge. They don't want to be a leader. They rather just follow the next car in front of them, and if they fucking car in front of them hit the brakes and they hit the brake, then the guy behind him said, oh shit, slams at him, then he slams at the guy in front of him. Now you got a chain reaction. Now, there's a strong narrative going on out here. Social engineering. So it's basically how, it's part of their brainwash too, but it's basically how the media throws this shit out at you and make you think shit look good so you could act a certain way towards it. And a lot of people have fallen, sorry, but a lot of people have fallen for this shit. And that's why a lot of people are so easily persuaded, because all they want to do is follow the mass. Motherfucker, you want to be against the mass. You want to be the 1%. Why would you want to be the 99%? Like, you want to be different so you could excel. But most people are 99% because they're a product of their environment. Everything they see, they do basically what they grew up seeing. So that's what they're going to do. You see your parents going to work every day, guess what you're going to do? You're going to go to work every day. You won't think about starting a business or going out. I know this shit's like all over the place, but it all comes together because you're a product of your environment. Because you're going off what you saw in your environment, no matter where you grew up. I was using the hood aspect because a lot of people glorize the drug dealers and all that fuck shit, killers, murderers, and all that fuck shit. But can you imagine your whole life doing this? Can you imagine that shit? Every time. You're paranoid, man. You can't trust too many people because you know this motherfucker trying to set you up. You know this bitch trying to set you up. Like it's crazy. Like in the motherfucking, what was that movie called? The Purge, the first Purge. Remember when the brother, the D boy, was there? He had them two bitches getting at him, and the bitch was trying to kill him. See that craziness? Always gotta be watching your back. You don't want to be a product of your environment, unless I know someone are like, well, I grew up in a good neighborhood. Well, obviously, I'm not talking about that. If you grew up in a good neighborhood, it still doesn't matter if you grew up in a good neighborhood. Cause you can still be easily persuaded by the negative shit because you don't have a strong mindset. Because even if you grew up in a good neighborhood, you're like, damn, why these hoes still want to go to bad neighborhoods and mess with them fuck boys? And I'm here in a good neighborhood, big ass house, 3 cars, and all this fuck shit. Parents are making good money and all that. But nobody want to hang out with me because people get bored. Like, when shit is too good, motherfuckers get bored. I don't know how you get bored of that shit, living a good life. Because I don't know anybody in the struggle want to stay in the struggle. Stay in the struggle. Just like I don't know anybody living a good life wants to live a bad life. So I don't know how some people do that. But I know I'm talking a little longer than usual. But, yo, just don't be a product of your environment. Stay around positive people. Have a strong mindset. I'm going to holler at y'all. Keep pushing. Peace.